to yourself. Okay? Okay, so a couple things on here. We're going to have some scouts. And scouts are students that are going to be watching all of you. For students who are, get your fingers up because I know you know this. Show respect, make a good decision, and solve problems. Nice job. So our scouts are looking for kids who are showing respect, making good decisions, and solving problems. So making a good decision during this time is going to look like your eyes up here, crisscross applesauce, hands in your lap, and it's going to sound like your voice is off unless it's time to turn and talk to an elbow partner. Okay, so our scouts have a big job. They're watching all of you to choose someone, and they're also participating in what we're doing up here. So they're watching, they're listening, and if I say to turn and talk to an elbow partner, our scouts are still going to find an elbow partner to turn and talk to. Okay? So raise your hand if you'd like to be a scout this time. If you don't get to be a scout this time, you'll get to be one next time. I know your teacher uses scouts as well. Sir, what's your name? Vincent. Here, you can hold on to our scout award back, and you're going to take a seat back there. So go ahead and stand up. You can go to the round table and take a seat so that you can see everyone in front of you. And let's see, another friend here. What's your name?
Ellie.
Ellie, would you like to be a scout? Okay, so I'm going to hand you the other bag here. Vincent, you can go ahead and sit on this side over here. We've got some Scout Awards here, and it tells you a little bit about astronauts. So if you earn a Scout Award, you get to keep this. It might have some directions for something to do on the Scout Award. For example, this one says to circle the punctuation marks that you notice. But you don't have to turn it back in. It's for you to keep. So you can circle those punctuation marks. You can keep it at your desk, or you can take it home and hang it on your fridge and show your parents that you got a Scout Award. Okay? So there's a couple different ones in here about astronauts. So Ellie, you can hang on to this bag, and you're going to go ahead and sit on this side here. Okay? You can sit in that chair right there. So they're going to be watching for students who are, say it with me one more time, showing respect, making a good decision, and solving problems. The other thing today, I'm going to use a zero noise signal. That means sometimes you're going to have a chance to turn and talk to an elbow partner, and then when I'm ready for you to stop talking and come back all together so we can move on, I'm going to go like this. And when you see me do this, you're going to finish up what you're saying to your elbow partner, and you're going to do this back. So let's practice really quick. In a moment here, you're going to turn and tell your elbow partner the best thing, hold on, wait till I say go, the best thing about first grade. Remember to use a 2-inch voice. That's just a little voice. Turn and talk to your elbow partner. Go ahead. You can make a group of 3. How about you try and make a group of 3? Perfect. 2-inch voices. Thank you for the zero noise signal. Now, what if you don't have someone to talk to next to you? You look around and everyone has an elbow partner and you're sitting there without one. How could you solve that problem? One of our 3 personal standards, Jaden. How would you solve that problem?
You could probably go into another group.
Yeah, you could go into a group of 3. That's okay. It doesn't have to just be a group of 2. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started. So make sure your crisscross applesauce, your hands are in your lap, and you are ready to listen. Because today we are going to learn about the sun. Say that with me. The sun. Silently in your head, think about what you know about the sun. Don't raise your hand. Just think in your head. What do you already know about the sun? I'm going to tell you a lot of facts. The first fact I'm going to tell you is that it is a medium-sized star. Say that with me. A medium-sized star. So the sun is actually a star. Give me a silent thumbs up if you knew that the sun was a star. And we usually think that it's a big star because it looks so big in the sky, right? Our other stars look teeny, teeny, tiny, and it looks so big. But it's actually just a medium to small size star. Your eyes are up here. Eyes are up here. It's just that it's closest to the Earth, okay? So it's a medium-sized star. And our scientists think that it was formed 4.5 billion years ago. Say that with me. Formed 4.5 billion years ago. And I was thinking, what do scientists think? How do they think it was formed? And I looked it up, and they think that it was formed by dust that got all together in space and compacted by gravity, which I thought was pretty amazing. Okay, so here is our sun right here. And your eyes are up here. Okay, and our sun actually has layers. So if we were to take a slice out of the sun and look in to see what the layers are, that's what we're going to take a look at today. Just like the Earth also has layers. Okay? So I was looking up some information about the sun, and I learned that this outermost layer, which is part of its atmosphere, say atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
And the Earth also has an atmosphere around it, is called the photosphere. Say that with me. Photosphere. And that is the energy, some of the energy that comes out of the sun. So that's the outermost layer. Our next layer of the sun here is called the convection zone. Say that with me.
The convection zone.
That's like if we sliced it open there. This is called the convection zone. Say that again. Convection zone. And this is where there is a lot of hot energy swirling around in this area here that makes the surface or the atmosphere really, really hot. So this is energy going around in this layer right here. Our next layer is called the radiation zone. Say that with me.
The radiation zone.
And that's right before we get into the middle part here,
The core.
which is called the core. Everyone say the core.
The core.
Core. Just like the Earth has a core. Raise your hand if you knew the most center layer of the Earth was called the core. So right in there is the core. And that is the hottest part of the sun. I thought that this outer layer would be the hottest part because it seems like a ball of fire, right? But this is actually the hottest part. So I'm going to leave this part white right
Because it
here.
traps the heat in
That's possible. That's a good prediction. And then as it moves out further in our layers into the sun, it gets warmer and warmer. So I'm going to color this one in, or it cools off. So the most middle part is the hottest. And then it gets cooler as it heads out. So the photosphere is actually the coolest part of the sun. Okay. Go ahead and tell your elbow partner the 4 layers of the Earth, or of the sun. Go ahead. 4 layers of the sun.
There's 4 layers. How is that? I need to tell you guys, it looks like more layers.
Can you read this one?
It don't look like like a tent, a big giant tent. It's actually a tent.
Nice job.
The sun, it has convection zone. It's so well, so fast. It makes it super hot.
Fantastic job. Scouts, are you watching? Make sure you're watching. I see a lot of students with their eyes up here, their voices off, they're singing crisscross applesauce. Nice job. So let's go ahead and read these layers of the Earth again. If you can't see where you're at, go ahead and solve that problem. I'm sorry, I keep saying the Earth, don't I? The layers of the sun. Here we go. So the outermost layer of the sun is the photosphere. Then we've got the convection zone, the radiation zone, and the core. Nice job. Thank you for solving that problem. So, some other interesting facts here. On the photosphere of the sun, if you look at it closely, and we're not supposed to look at it with our own eyes, but some of the pictures that you can see of the sun, there are these darker spots here. And these are called sunspots. Say that with me. Sunspots. And these are actually cooler areas of the sun. No, you could not touch. They're still millions of degrees hot. So we're going to talk about how hot the sun can get here in just a minute. But these are actually a little bit cooler areas, not cool enough to touch by any means, okay? But those are cooler areas. The other areas of the sun that we have, we've got this layer on the outside, which is all gas, and this is called the corona. Say that with me. The corona. So this is a gassy layer. So a gas would be like oxygen that we breathe, something in the air. So this is not a solid layer, but it's called the corona. Say that again with me. The corona. So it is a thin layer of gas. Say that with me. Thin layer of gas. Now the last part I want to teach you about is called a solar flare. Say that with me. Solar flare. Sometimes the sun will have a solar flare, which means it's like a burst of energy. Say that with me. Burst of energy. So it's just something that happens really quick and then it's done with it. So it doesn't have it all the time. But it's a burst of energy. Okay, turn and tell your elbow partner, what do you think is the most interesting fact about the sun that we've talked about so far? Go ahead and turn and talk to your elbow partner. What is the most interesting fact that you've learned so far?
The black spot that next to the
Miss Kraft,
Can you talk about what it is?
when Jorge came in, I was over here and I noticed that they shredded, but I didn't know that well, he was there. And that's our respect chart.
only if you have
Fantastic job. Before we move on, we're going to take a look at our scouts. So they're going to tell us one person so far that they see who's showing respect, making good decisions, or solving problems. So everyone turn, eyes on Ellie, showing respect to her. Ellie, so far, who's one person that you see who's showing respect, making good decisions, and solving problems?
Colin.
Colton? Where's Colton at? Okay, Colton, go ahead and stand up. And what did you see Colton doing?
showing respect and eyes on the chart the whole time.
Okay, so his eyes were on the chart the whole time, which is showing respect. Nice job. Go ahead and hand him a Scout Award. Colton, you're going to take that to your desk really quick and then come back to your spot. And eyes on, is it Vincent? I was going to say Vincent, but I wasn't quite sure. Turn, so your eyes are on Vincent. Vincent, one person that you see so far. You're going to have a chance to pick someone else here too, because you're going to keep your eyes open and watching. So far, who's one person that you see?
I think it was. Okay.
Who?
It's gonna be
Do you want to keep watching? Are you ready?
I think it's Jason and Hope and Rosalinda. Those are the only people.
Okay, so you had three.
Good.
Okay, so who's? Go ahead and stand up. Those three. Jaden, was it? Or Jason?
Hope,
Oh, Jayshawn, Hope, and
Rosalina.
Rosalina. So what was Jayshawn doing?
It's Rosalina. Jason was staring right at the thing you were writing and stuff.
So is that showing respect, making good decisions, or solving problems?
Showing respect.
Okay, you're going to hand him a Scout Award here in just a moment. What did you see Hope doing?
I saw Hope. When you when people were talking, she was putting eyes on people when they're talking.
Oh, so she was having eye contact when she was having her heads together. Is that showing respect, making good decisions, or solving problems?
Making good decisions.
Nice job. Let's show eye contact to Vincent right now, our scout. And Rosalina. Rosalina with an L.
Yes.
And what did you see? Voices are up, showing respect to Vincent.
She had eyes on the speaker.
Eyes on the speaker. So is that showing respect, making good decisions, or solving problems?
Showing respect.
Showing respect. Go ahead and hand each of them a scout award. They're going to take that to their desk, and then they're going to come take a seat again. So our scouts, go ahead and turn back so your eyes are on me. Our scouts are going to keep their eyes open and peeled and watching. So Ellie and Vincent are going to watch for one more person who is, say them with me, eyes up here. Oh, I'm going to wait just a moment until everyone's eyes are up here. Go ahead and say them with me. Showing respect, making good decisions, and solving problems. And I noticed that most of our students who got chosen to earn a Scout Award, they earned one for having their eyes up here. So that might be a good hint of something you might need to work on if you're looking to earn a Scout Award, okay? Hands down for now. We're going to keep going and learn about the sun. So let me tell you about the sun's location. Say that with me. Location. That means where is it? Okay, so it is at the center of the solar system. Say that with me. Center of the solar system. So it's right in the middle of the solar system. Our eyes are up here. And there are 8 planets. Say 8 planets. And 3 dwarf planets. Say 3 dwarf planets. 3 dwarf planets revolve around the sun. Say that with me. Revolve around the sun. So what that means is, get your hands up. Put one hand as the sun. Make a fist. Now make the earth. This is going to be the earth. And that means that the earth moves around the sun, along with the other 8 planets and those 3 dwarf planets. So if we were to draw, so our sun is going to stay in one spot. Our sun is not moving. Hands down for now. Go ahead and put them in your lap there. Our sun isn't moving, but our planets and our dwarf planets revolve around the sun. So if we have Earth right here, it's going to move around the sun here. Draw our Earth right here. And I read that the sun is 100 times bigger than the Earth, which is pretty big, because the Earth is pretty big. The sun is a lot bigger than the Earth. It's 100 times bigger than the Earth. It's also the closest star to Earth. Say that with me. Closest star to Earth. So there are other stars out there. This is the closest star to Earth. So think about those other stars out there in space. They might have planets revolving around them. There might be other solar systems out there. Okay? What I'd like you to do is turn and tell your elbow partner, what are the names of the other planets or dwarf planets that you know of? Turn and talk to your elbow partner. What other planets do you know of? Moon.
Saturn. Yeah, Jupiter.
Nice job. Our scouts are watching. They're going to make their final decisions here. So scouts, keep your eyes open and watching for your students that you're going to pick next. So we have our 8 planets and our 3 dwarf planets that revolve around the sun. Now, let's talk about some of the characteristics of the sun. Say characteristics. Characteristics. That means words that describe the sun. Your eyes are up here, your voices are up. I'll wait till everyone's ready to listen. Scouts are watching. That means if we were to describe the sun, that's a characteristic, so something about it. So one characteristic is that the surface of the sun, this photosphere here, excuse me, is 9,900 degrees Fahrenheit. Say that with me. The surface of the sun is 9,900 degrees Fahrenheit. Right now, outside, it's about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So is that warmer or cooler than what we've got going on out here?
Colder.
Is the sun warmer or cooler?
Cooler.
Yeah, a lot warmer, right? The core, so we said the core was warmer than this photosphere. The core is 10 to 22 million degrees. Wow, that's hot. Say that with me. The core of the sun is 10 to 22 million degrees. Wow, that's pretty warm. Your eyes are up here. This is what I'd like you to do next. When you go home today and your parents say, "Did you learn at school today?" I'd like you to think of something you learned about the sun that you can tell your parents when you go home. Just think right now. Because this might be a fact that even your parents don't know. They're going to, wow, you learned an interesting fact at school today. Go ahead and tell your elbow partner, what is that interesting fact that you're going to tell your parents or your family member or a brother or sister? Nice job. This is your last chance here because our scouts are going to tell us who else earned a scout award. Vincent, are you ready with one student who earned a scout award? Another student? Or should we have Ellie go first? Okay, so it looks like Vincent is ready.
I have like,
I know, I want you to narrow it down to one. So right now we're going to turn and look at Ellie. We'll let you think. You're going to narrow it down to one. Ellie, everyone turn and show Ellie eye contact. This is Vincent's decision here, sir, so he's going to think about it. Turn and show Ellie eye contact. Showing respect to our scout here. And Ellie, who did you see who earned the scout award? Callie. Who's Callie? Callie, go ahead and stand up. And, oh, your voices are off, showing respect to our scout. Ellie, how did Callie earn a scout award? What did she do?
okay, I know.
Showing respect.
Okay, and what did you see her doing that was showing respect? Okay, so she wasn't wiggling around her. And what about her eyes?
Her eyes are looking at me.
Nice job. Go ahead and hand her a scout award. And Ellie, you can choose one for yourself as well for being a scout.
I know which one.
Eyes on Vincent. Please turn and show respect to Vincent.
It's gonna be Jaden.
Jaden, stand up. And Vincent, tell us what Jaden was doing to earn a scout award.
Whenever you were doing this, she did it at the same time.
Nice job, Lord. Good to see, sir. So she was doing the zero noise signal with me. Is that showing respect, making a good decision, or solving problems?
Showing respect.
Nice job. Go ahead and hand her a scout award. And Vincent, you may select one for yourself. And we're going to do a chant together. So what I would like you to do is carefully stand up and quietly, nice job, keeping your voices off. You can come close to our chant here. Not squishing, nice job. Oh, and
Make sure there's room for everyone to see. I should have picked one.
If you have not joined us by the scout, or by our chant, please do so. I'm waiting for everyone to be standing just like these students right here. They're quiet, their voices are off, they're ready to listen, I can tell, because they're not squishing, they're not talking to an elbow partner, their eyes are on me. They've got their voices off, they're waiting to do the chant with all of us together. So we're going to do this chant together. When you feel comfortable with how the chant goes, you can go ahead and join in. When we read a chant together, we read together, like singing together. We're not going to sing it, but we read together. So we're not trying to read faster than anyone. We're reading together. Here we go. And I'm going to wait until our friends here have figured out their space. Okay, here we go. Sunshine here, sunshine there, sunshine, sunshine everywhere. Radiant sunshine beaming, radioactive sunshine heating, bright sunshine burning, and cheerful sunshine glowing. Warm sunshine on my shoulders, less sunshine in the winter, glowing sunshine through the trees, and heating sunshine warming the earth. Sunshine here, sunshine there, sunshine, sunshine everywhere. Sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. Nice job. With your voices 100% off, stay where you're at and turn and put your eyes on